one of the reasons I never talked about the game keycard thing was that I knew this would never be a big deal. Okay, the Xbox One has you download games off the internet through their discs, and yet somehow the game key card is going to be this huge scam that completely kills the Switch 2. Not going to happen, okay? Like, again, it just doesn't make any sense. There was never any real reason to have any real problem with the game key card. It was always just a gigantic cope to downplay Nintendo Switch 2. Like, that was the default. Well, like, whenever we had a slow news day and no announcements, like, people would, like, concern troll about the game key cards. Like, oh, nobody wants this stuff, you know. I was seeing people, like, make these statements that, like, oh, yeah, nobody's buying these games. Third parties aren't selling well on Switch 2. Like, the game key cards are a disaster and nobody likes them. In reality, it was just a vocal online minority of people who were just making all these crazy statements and kind of downplaying reality. Because realistically, what you would do if you had a problem with the game key cards is that you would just buy the game digitally. Again, I find it so difficult to believe that terminally online weirdos, who are primarily PC gamers who play games on Steam, would have an issue with not owning games physically. That just doesn't make any sense. Like, it never did, it never has been. It was always just a gigantic Kamehameha cope. It was ridiculous. And now, with the release of Pokopia, after a lot of people tried to rally behind the game keycard thing, trying to argue that Nintendo went back on their promise to, like, not have game keycards with their games, after all the spurging, all the bitching, all, like, the whining about how I don't want to play that, you know, after all of this, Pokopia has become a massive success, sold out at every retailer, and people are spurging out. And there are a lot of people who are trying to, like, gaslight you right now into thinking Pokopia is, like, it was undershipped and it's not actually selling that well. It totally is. Like, this game is a massive success story. Like, it is one of the best games of the year for sure. And what we're seeing now is just the entire community just kind of rallying to find, like, something to complain about when it comes to it. Like, they're trying to keep the narrative negative. Even after this became the most critically acclaimed Pokemon game of all time, even after it became a cultural phenomenon, even after everything, the industry still wants to sneer at you and make it out to be as if, like, Nintendo is, like, scamming you somehow. It's like, I haven't seen Nintendine's video on this. I mean, why would I? Like, Nintendine's a parasite who just makes stuff up. But it's like, you know, I imagine what Nintendine is doing right now is that he's sitting there, like, in an empty room trying to brainstorm ideas. Like, what can I possibly do to downplay this? Like, Pokopia's not only selling out, it's selling Switch 2s. The cause is dead. Like, he's gonna be spurging out. Like, it's like, I'm worried he might actually do something, like, terrible to himself. Because of the depression, because of how he knows the grift is over, how he won't be able to, like, continue growing his channel, how his entire grift is just finished, okay? Like, he's going to try and branch out into other content. He's going to try and do game retrospectives, and nobody's going to watch them. Because all they're going to do is that they're going to see that guy and be like, that's Nintendine, the guy who said the Switch 2 would fail. And nobody's going to watch. Like, this guy is a complete joke. But anyway, yeah, people like that, they're doing everything they possibly can to try and, like, downplay Pokopia and the Switch 2. Like, the game keycard is and always has been a cope. Like, nobody actually cares. Okay, the game keycard is not actively is not impacting sales. It's not that unusual. There's nothing weird about it. Like, people have just kind of coped and seethed about the existence of this format since its announcement. Okay, like, people are just upset at the reality that Nintendo is dominating right now and will do anything they possibly can to write off and ignore what Nintendo has been doing. It is unbelievable how this is playing out. It it is remarkable to see how the industry is just kind of rallying behind this idea that Nintendo is failing and that Nintendo is on the way out and that Nintendo can't compete. And then meanwhile, in the real world, you know, you can look at the eShop and you can see Resident Evil Requiem, you can see Mario Tennis, you can see like Pokopia, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, all of which are doing very, 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 very well. Again, we're past the point now where we can like try and like concern troll, like, oh, is the Switch 2 gonna sell well? Is it gonna are people playing its games? It is. Let's move past this now. It's over. Anybody who says otherwise is coping and seething. It's time we start talking about like how successful the Switch 2 is, how successful all of its games are, and start acknowledging like the future of what's to come from this company. Like again, the next month or so of Nintendo announcements are going to be positively insane. We got the Mario Direct announcement today. We got you know, the inevitable like general Nintendo Direct coming up. We got like actual major releases. We got like you know, third-party games. We got like, you know, Pokemon XD Galactic Darkness coming out, you know, like after I can't even keep up with all these Pokemon games right now. Like again, there's so much to look forward to for this company. Like I can't imagine being Arlo and sitting around trying to tell people that like, oh, I don't know, guys, there is no Nintendo Direct. I think there might not be one. It's like, so like play some games, Spurg. like play some games. So what we're seeing now is, I think, kind of this is, I think, going to be indicative of how things go forward when it comes to the Pretendo community. Because you're going to see these people keep, like, coping and seething, keep coming up with narratives, keep, like, making up excuses for Nintendo successes. But, like, more and more, it's going to be more difficult to keep up these narratives long term. Because we were told when Pokopia was announced on September 12th, 2025, it was the 12th, right? Like, when they had that 2025 September Direct, and they announced Pokopia, like, everyone unilaterally agreed that this game would be a failure, that nobody would care about it, that this game wasn't a big deal, and the reality was quite a bit different. The reality was that this game was a huge, huge success, and sold consoles, you know, the very thing that everyone said would not happen. Like, it is remarkable to me to see just how many people in the gaming community are just refusing to acknowledge that reality. That people like RGT85 and Arlo and Nintendo Land and Nintendine all made statements saying that this game would not be successful and that it would not move console units. Because of the game keycards, because of the nature of the game, because Nintendo never produces anything good, that is what these people seriously tried telling you.